Talia.
You can also, both of these champions, dash in and then get Galio ulted, and are pretty happy about it. I like the Sylas angle as well, though, because the quickness is available. Quickness is really strong, but Talia is pretty good into the Sylas matchup. It is going to be Xayah Rakan, so I'm sad. Thought that Berserker was just going to be able to, you know, pick the hyper-aggressive matchup with the Draven and really look to hammer home the victory, but instead, I think this is more of a we're going to weather the storm.
Well, we did see the Draven played by Bull.
Did we?
I'm pretty sure he did, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Still, it's a decent looking composition out of DNF here, heading on to the Rift for game number 1. I don't think comps matter, though. Let's see how they brawl.
And we add value. So you know how we add value here?
Oh, by making them stand on a blooming burst? We did that.
By just accepting what is about to happen. They're not nerve-wracking at all.
No. And after we've done it 100 times, we definitely don't do weird stuff just to try and keep it interesting. Is okay. Pyoshik has found Cuz. Cuz is going to try and audaciously charge his way out. Life is unable to get the knock-up, but gets the flash, and he's pretty happy about that one. Doctom and Peter also using both of their offensive summoners.
Yeah, not the best trade for KT. Now, I do want to give credit to Doctom and Peter. They have gotten a decent health bar advantage, right? Which is what that actually did. I don't know if, yeah, I was about to say, you can't really follow up on
that. Was pretty cute. As casting. Oh, yeah. Let's see whether he's going to be okay. That was a cute little Justice Punch. As they're not going to kill him. They are at least going to hurt him a little bit.
Good punch. I'm kind of wondering whether Casting tried to punch out or whether he wanted to proc Aftershock, because that...
Well, he was trying to avoid the knock-up by punching.
By punching, yeah.
And that would have been really cute. And now he's going to get punched into the wall. There's the knock-up. Might need to flash here. Is going to do so as his Aftershock is going to pop, and that means the Berserker's easily able to... There's going to be no answering dive. Pyoshik getting to work on this Dragon at the same time. Really good macro play here by the DN Freaks in this early game. Something going down.
Cuz.
Yeah, he knows. As Pyoshik going to drive in. They get the Impale, they pull him away. Nice little knock-up onto Life. As we don't get any feathers, but maybe that's the whole point.
It'll happen. Don't you worry.
All right. Peter splitting the shapes. This teleport is going to come in. We are committing to this one. As the Grubs have spawned. All three went over to KT last time. There is no real reason for them to fight overly aggressively onto this.
As you say,
and Cuz is going in, baby. They take one of them. Should be 5-1 as far as the Grubs are concerned, as the Seismic Shove does go wide. And so Casting just standing in the way. That is going to mean that a lot of extra pushing power is going to belong to KT here. Delivery systems on the side of KT.
Doctom has his blade as well.
Yeah, Cuz goes in. Easy steal. No worries there at all as Peter finds the Blooming Burst. There's a Pop Blossom as well. They lock down the Skarner. He's going to be the first one to fall. And somehow Peter survives until Dudu gets in over the wall. Brilliant knock-up. And now Cuz is on the warpath. Doctom able to dance around, rends down the Rumble. And KT are in a really good spot in this game.
They are starting up Herald.
Technically, they do.
Doctom has his tier 2 boots now done, but he is playing into Talia.
Quickness comes out. Doctom's going to respect it here as the wall comes on through. Bulldog not actually walking too far forward in the Seismic Shove. Unfortunately, goes wide as well. BDD holding. Yep.
Waves aren't real though. They're just a construct. We can just drop them and ignore them as long as we get the objective.
That is the main thing. As Peter is creating a man disadvantage for the DN. Can walk into the river. Shape Splitter as well. Great way to get yourself vision. As Casting probably doesn't want to be on the front line, but that is going to be an equalizer to break up the fight. The Galio going to be the first target here as Pyoshik going to get punched. And then the Pop Blossom comes in from Peter, splitting them up. The Galio also going to help out on that front, but not necessarily that much. Still a charm. The flash, just beautiful from BDD. Still Life. He's able to get himself out, and Peter is not so lucky as the Fates call.
Almost all flashes are down. It's really only Dudu and Berserker that have theirs, which is a big advantage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, DNF have some R buttons back available. You can see one of them coming on through now as the Weaver's Wall gets on over, but that is going to wear off.
Not enough.
Now the rest of KT just going to move in. They brute force the DN Freaks out of here. Growth band and you go and see a therapist? The therapist sends you home.
Yeah, it's like,
okay.
You are the epitome of mental health.
and you just absolutely find everything like it'll be sorted.
Yep.
You don't need me for anything. That's how that goes. KT, very different story.
All right, river control taken by KT. Will they hold on to it?
Now let's see whether Casting can find himself a big taunt as well, as instead he's going to get knocked up. Oh, Bulldog caught, not able to ride his wall as he shoves Cuz away, but the flash forward for the knock-up, and BDD is still looking for his next target. Pop Blossom from Peter is huge once again, and BDD is going to be able to follow up. The Fate's Call was brilliant just to make sure Peter was fine, and Peter even finds another Tangle Barbs onto Berserker. Haven't really seen any advantage, any opportunity as BDD just dashes forward and charms Bulldog. Does find a two-man seismic shove. The equalizer is phenomenally placed as Pyosik gets an impale right as the Pop Blossom comes in. They take down the turret, but at what cost? Guys, this is not how you use Otacon. It's not it. KT. 4 dead. It's 800 gold.
That's the most KT play I've ever seen.
Turn it into a Baron, baby. No, it's not gonna happen.
This is good. And
Cousin Doctom are gonna kill Baron.
That is going to go very quickly. We'll see if Pyosik can make it over. They're trying to zone him. That's the charm.
Yeah. Tangle Bubs coming on through there as well. They get a control ward in. Remember, there's a Ren. As Pyosik gonna push Peter over. Down goes the Baron. And they don't care to elaborate. Taunt is decent onto 2. His life doesn't find the grand entrance. The wall's going to be ridden through, and now KT, I mean, they're under no threat. They've taken everything that they wanted to, and now BDD is looking for more charm. He's going to go wide. The Pop Blossom again is amazing. Peter is still my goat, and KT are going to win the fight at the same time. Oh, no.
Well, fight's not over yet. Berserker's full health. But looks like DM Freaks, they don't want to risk it. There's a giant wave crashing in bot.
My question is Berserker going to be full health in his fountain while his Nexus dies?
Maybe. Likely.
Oh dear. There's a teleport angle.
It's fine. They can leave. They can leave. It's okay.
Got
they
it.
can just leave.
Got it. Okay. 3-0-3 for Doctom. Welcome back, my friend. Terminus done as well. Did you ever play Mousetrap?
I am familiar, yeah. I did actually, that made it to the, although it's called Muizentrap.
That sounds the same thing, sort of.
Or was it Muizenval? I'm not sure. Might have been. But yeah, it was there. It existed.
Well, here's a Mountain Soul. Yeah, it's sort of like a, once you've built the Mousetrap,
what do you know,
it's kind of like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it just goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like one of the perpetual motion things. That's what it sort of feels like. But anyway, that's gonna be kind of like it. It's not a roller coaster, more like a mousetrap. As okay, there's an equalizer just to try and get them out of here, but the charm is going to connect. And Dudu did not want to walk that far forward. Does go golden. Casting, flashing away. The quickness is decent, but the Pop Blossom's better. Once again, the Fate's Call is going to be there. And these impales have landed on multiple people. But it's just been to hold them in place while they kill you.
Peter is crazy.
Peter's just the best Nico player that we have in the LCK. And I'm not even, like, it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not.
Well, but we're just not seeing it.
Oh god, BDD looking for the charm. He'll find it onto Life there, who now looks for a bit more. The Impale to come through the engage Ari angle is, my god, Peter! There's no one else here, and he's dead, but
wait,
that was 4 people that he knocked up.
Nash, that's 2 flashes. BDD.
Baron. Instructions unclear. Doctom's going to get knocked up. Over the wall goes Pyosik. Straight up misses. That was not great. The Rend is going to lock him down. Now we're getting resets. And Cuz is diving in. Casting goes golden. Doctom keeping them at bay. It's a decent taunt. But Berserker is still up. The Featherstorm does less than nothing. But still it's enough to take down the Callista. 12 seconds until BDD's up with teleport. As Cuz just realizes he has to fight for it. And it's not going to work. The shutdown goes to Dudu. And maybe, just maybe, they're on the Baron.
Don't ult into the Skarner. Like, you can't get caught by that.
Yep. This worked really well last time. As now, yeah, BDD not going to do it. Cuz and Doctom are committing to this. Pyosik going to get in. There's the quickness into the backline. As remember, there is no flash on this one. And there goes the Baron. The Skarner locks it down. It's Pyosik, the hero. But can they win the team fight? The answer is probably yes. Because there goes the Callista. And Okay, they'll be able to get the GA out of Berserker, and they have 4 still left alive, but it's not enough to win them this game as 4 Barons still
the powers of KT!
And the powers of friendship and throwing things and all that sort of stuff. As the Elder going to be picked up here by the DN Freaks. No response from KT. They're not focusing on this inhibitor just yet. They're just going to let the minions do it, stacking up another wave with another cannon on its way forward.
There it is.
KT
Pushing
just
on.
trying to keep their health bars up. Oh God, as Peter just getting cooked alive. Still burning, actually. That isn't going to go down to the Dragon this time, as Doctor possibly in trouble. They take down the Rumble before anything really happens, and that's just a Galio. He's going to go gold, and the Charm is going to connect. There's a Justice Punch onto life. But it's not going to be enough to change the outcome of this one just yet.
Well, 1 cannon.
Yeah.
Both tops dead.
1 turret left up and available as well as KT. They've got their health bars back. Pyoshik could be in trouble. Pop Blossom goes entirely wide. The Fate's Call pulls Peter back. Pyoshik's dead. But now Life is diving in. Dom is looking for Berserker, who just goes down. And KT are fighting against Elder, and they're gonna win. That's an ace. There goes the game. Chronically just broke one of our monitors, and
I wish you guys...
Oh no, casting! Oh, that is not what we wanted to see. Can he actually keep himself alive? He still has the Zhonya's, but he just doesn't use it. And he's just gonna die.
Oh, is that how it ends? With a whimper? Casting...
Surely not.
My guess...
Casting just got the... No. 50 seconds. Casting's back up with teleport. Look at these minions.
Wait.
The DN Freaks are going to the Baron.
Wait, they gotta send someone.
Hang on.
They gotta send someone. You gotta... You gotta send... I know BDD doesn't have TP, but the minions alone can do it.
So they've started this one up, and you're exactly...
DNF! Your base!
No! Dudu! He's gonna get charmed! Are they gonna be able to pick up the kill? He goes all in, and now Doctor looking to get on top of life! They're looking for the turn, they're looking for the fight, but Dudu's already dead. The base so much better this time, as Chronicle's not even looking at the fight. The base is just getting torn to shreds. The super minions, the minions were the smartest on the Rift today, as they're looking to finish off this game. And KT, they know their role. They just need to stop the backs. And BDD's just running around because he can. Casting is teleporting in. And after inting into all of them, he's going to be the one that demolishes this Nexus. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 3. And we get to do this again.
Right?
Just to hit the Nexus. No, he's got to get the kill on a Bulldog first. Needs to stay in this game. Finally, the punch of justice. 2 negatives making a positive, you know?
I don't even know what the takeaways are. I hope
the takeaway is
good.
Berserk is kind of,
I know.
kind of trapped.
BDD, stellar. Had like 4...
Casting maybe shouldn't play any more Galio.
He had like 4... I think Casting played... The mid lane thing was inexcusable, but I think he did have a decent enough impact in the fights. Playing as a tank, Yeah.
I
think it's always a bit... And also, he's the one that needs to face check, right?
Yep.
Again, still inexcusable.
It's going to be the Leona locked in. So Zenith Blade a little bit harder to use into the Steadfast Presence as Peter... That's a Fiddlestick.
Okay! Wait, it might be Fiddlestick support for Peter.
I mean, it could be Fiddle in the middle. You never know.
Let's see. Because I assumed it because...
Well,
but I have also heard, I've heard the rumbles. I know Wadid in question has told me about this as well. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. We'll see once the timer actually runs out. In theory, though, I guess it makes sense. Because you know what Neferi cannot do? Is break a Fiddle Drain. And there's a lot of doggos. You have point-and-click CC.
Any sort of fight. This is obviously what was going to happen, though. KT experimenting with the surprise party Fiddlesticks here as we move into possibly the final game of the week, but hopefully not. Give us a win, DN Freaks. Let's go.
And I do think pathing towards your bot lane makes sense. This top lane matchup is volatile, but it's also hard to actually early on have the damage to take down the Ambassador. She's really mobile. So pathing from the top to bot.
Peter's now going back in. Life with the flash forward. Peter flashing away as the Realm Warp to try and get on top of him, but BDD throws down the ulti. Life is already dead. First blood goes over to Peter somehow, maybe with an Ignite tick or something like that as a public execution, and Dudu is going ballistic in this battle. Bulldog now just standing his ground, and the drain value is absurd. Casting gonna be able to grab one, never mind. It's actually Cuz.
The one where you're not supposed to, because it's Docdom who just needs the skill into the game.
And he's not even losing. He's down 100 gold or something like that. Who really cares? Now just holding an Ambessa at bay. There goes the Mountain Drake. Soul out going. KT are probably not going to throw on Soul point. The fight for Soul might be where the game all falls apart. As there's the Crow Storm, and down goes Life. Cuz just walking it off. Play something interesting and new, and you're going to make Chronicler happy.
You usually get a game.
We are racing.
They should win this because they have two-man advantage even.
Yep. And so they're grabbing the plates, and they will be able to get first turret. So it's not going to be first turret blood. Still, KT going to grab another round of grubs that will even things up between the two squads. Cuz just very happily. Oh, okay, BDD coming on in, looks for Berserker and does get him to use his flash. Deadly Flourish goes wide as Casting just needs a few shots in order to lock down this turret. As KT just jump their way in. There's another Crow Storm from the Fiddlesticks as Casting going to be able to take down the Rise as well, but he could be in trouble. There he goes. That's Pureshik with 1,000 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Now Docdom, he's moving over as well. The curtains are being collected as BDD takes down Pureshik right after the 1,000 kills. There's now public execution, gets Dudu into the back line. They do manage to take down the Leona, but they trade it for the Poppy immediately, and Dudu is running amok. Docdom, unable to slow him down, does find a W, but that's a triple, and it is an ace for the DN Freaks.
It's the Doom Bessa! A stretch for them all!
There it is! We were a bit delayed. Oh, look at that with the one little derpy dog.
We all knew.
Yeah. Winning is not necessary. All right, ulti comes down for BDD. Fun. Make circle
fun for us, right?
Yeah. Make circle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Well, DN Freaks gonna take the dragon. There we go. Peter, Hex flashing.
Is aware.
Yeah.
Can they help? If Cuz gets a big old top.
It might be a 3v3 as, Cuz going to start charging it here as he flashes in. The drains are beginning and they haven't even killed the Jace. Dudu trying to get out of there and look at these drains. There goes Docdom picking it up with a casual ulti that sails on by. I think that was probably Peter.
They don't have the Crow Storm though. Still a little while before that's available. But they do have a Poppy. We'll see if that's enough. I think it shouldn't be, and I think abandoning ship here is a good idea.
Yeah, they do just back away. Audiences. Oh, DN Freaks.
Yeah, there you go.
He's going to get spotted. Now he's out of position, and remember, does not have his flash. Crow Storm going to get channeled here as Peter doesn't get it. And it's going to be the Rift Herald going over to the DN Freaks. Cuz without actually finding any sort of angle here as they're looking to try and protect the eye. BDD off to the side. Can they win the fight? That's the question as Cuz comes in. The Crows are storming and two are already on the ground. The Realm Warp to get Bulldog out of there. He wants none of this.
Let Casting get the top waves, but he's not. He's TPing in. They're not giving him the time.
Looking for the angle. That's all right. True Shot Barrage onto Bulldog. Gonna be harder for the Rise, especially with that Shock Blast connecting Dudu on a flank angle. Pureshik in the back of the pit. As KT, they're looking to just get rid of the Rise if they can. Deadly Flourish comes down. There's the Solar Flare as well as Peter evicts one. But Life is just dead. Nothing he can do, and they don't have any follow-up from Berserker. He's trying to get in range for the curtain call, but he's not even going to be able to press the button. The Dragon goes over to... Well,
they might still be on time. No, I don't think they're on time. I take it back. I take it back. Not on time. Not on time. Not on time.
Not even a little bit on time. Pureshik's the last one to turn up. As, all right, there are a lot of flowers to be picked here, and oh, the DN Freaks, their strategy was to just grab all the flowers as never mind. Oh my God, the KT blender. Just nothing DNF could do as well. Because we weren't expecting that. Public execution picks the gap. That's 6 points in my country in the sports ball game that I prefer not to talk about.
Then why would you mention it?
Yeah, I know. But it's like they look like goalposts, you know?
Is that, again, Australian football?
Yeah, 6 points. And then if you miss, you get 1 point. Unless you miss a lot, in which case you don't get anything. And they get a free kick.
Interesting.
Yep. All right, Shock Blast also.
Basic thing. You know, it's
sometimes basic things can be the coolest ones in our lives.
Oh, that's true.
Crucial Barrage. Okay, there's the ulti cars! And they were just standing in the brush. They didn't have the information. The curtain's going to get cold as Peter soaks every bullet ever and just dies. And now Casting's diving in. Pioshik is swatted like a fly. And Berserker's just going to have to run away. Dudu wanting to protect him if he can.
No, life. You can't hit double digits. You can't do it.
Okay, well, that's
never giving up.
As Peter presses Steadfast Presence and Flash. And out he goes.
Truly.
Ooh. Is Dudu still scary enough? Casting level 16. Does get the jump on him.
No.
Berserker not going to connect here as Pioshik looking for a flank angle. There's the ulti from BDD. So he just dives on in. He's now really far away from the action. As True Shot Barrage going to get the untargetability out of Pioshik for now, but no one is on the floor just yet.
BDD,
Octom, okay.
I know about that. Teleporting in and then flashing out.
He's going to be their target. Doctom, Arcane shifting in as the fight is going off everywhere. The ultimate from Peter does absolutely nothing. Jace Fury going to be the traders now. The Crows are storming. And it's the team fight that is just over. Bulldog now trying to go 1 versus 4. These health bars are getting lower, but he's slammed against the wall and taken down.
Why are you not there, Berserker? You have flash! You have barrier!
He's to a 10-2 in the mid lane.
Okay, no, I've been a big Berserker defender. I feel like he's obviously jilted his team. But like, Bulldog
Where else would it have been
well,
you?
there you go. Oh, Life.
Well, Life's going in once again as BDD does offer a fair bit of damage, and there's the Shock Blast onto Berserker. That's doing a lot of work. Inside the pit, BDD does go golden, then tries to get out as Bulldog is just executed with by a guy with a hammer, and Casting now looking for more. He gets into the banana brush. He's still alive. Life is going to be executed, and KT. How does that young top laner survive? After all that, they'll take themselves a Hextech Soul, and we were promised 3 games.
Did the prophecies lie?
The prophecies must have lied. There goes Pioshik. That's just a hot dog for KT's consumption. And a very electrical dragon now being set up here as Doctom gets over the wall with the Arcane Shift. Dudu just trying to be Ambassador as best he can as Doctom just flash on him, I guess. Could save DNF from this one as Bulldog gonna get engaged on one more time. Tries to boop him back with the hammer, and he does so. The Crow Storm coming in. Cuz looking so good on this Fiddlesticks. And Pioshik, it's once again him that suffers the wrath of the Scarecrow. And KT pick up a 2-0. Doctom. That is the kind of forward play that we want to see from this man more often. He's Ezreal getting better and better. So we're having a listen to KT now close out this game against the DN Freaks. And I can see the Reddit thread already. I know I don't need to tell you, but clean 2-0, nothing to see here for KT. That wasn't on the bingo card. It's not what I wanted to see. I wanted 6 games today. I wanted mess. Game 1 absolutely was that, but a 2-0? No thanks.
It's not what we wanted, but maybe it's what KT deserved.
Yeah.
Casting, as mentioned, would have been a no-brainer for me when it comes to the POG. But when it comes to POM, Atlas, you know who I voted for.
Oh, it's Peter. I mean, there is absolutely no other choice. His Pop Blossoms were out of control.
After game...
Thank you very much, guys. This is Steer for the POM interview translation, joined by Peter on the side of KT Roster. Wow, the fans are going crazy for you guys. How does it feel to win and get a POM? our coach told us to really not get ahead of ourselves. No, don't get too excited and play calm. And I'm glad that it worked out and we were able to win because of that advice. And with an underwhelming performance and result lately, perhaps you've been quite disappointed about the outcome. So what process were you guys going through? I felt really sorry for my Hyungs. And I just really kept telling myself, I need to focus up, that I have to be the one to make plays and I have to do well. But I think we have a really good goal and a good direction. I really tried to play naturally and try to take it easy. So what kind of mindset did you have today? Today's mindset was we have to win no matter what, but we have to remain calm and collected. In game 1, the enemy Zaya was so fed and she scaled so much, so it must have been so challenging. So what was the game plan? I knew that Dokdam would do it for us. We knew that in the late game that he would be able to carry. And yeah, game 1 ended up being such a long 44-minute game. And with no one predicting who can win, it ended with it backdooring. So how was it? When casting TP'd into the Nexus, we were like, oh my god, thank god. I think it was a lot of back and forth, but in the end, we all had the mindset that we can backdoor, but even before that, we can put up a fight and be able to close it out with a victory. No, I think everyone was really just letting out a sigh of relief. And then in game 2, you guys picked Fiddlesticks, which we haven't seen in the LCK for 300 days. So can you walk us through how you picked him? Actually, we have been begging our coaching staff to let us play Fiddlesticks, but because we all believe in Cuz, and I think it really paid off. He is so good at Fiddlesticks. And Peter, in game 2, you played Poppy. And you marked the enemy constantly. Are you happy with your performance today? No, today was the first step into playing calm and collected. I think this was the first successful step, so I think it is going to be stepping stone into advancing to the next step, honestly. So I think today I do believe that it will help myself improve in the future. And what is your resolution for the next match? Up until this point, all the matches that we had played, I actually was so caught up on thinking about all the losses and even in practice. But I think we really have to look far into the future and on the long term, just being able to grow and being able to play well and grow into the player that we want to be. And that's the end of the interview with Peter, and back to the space. Thank you.